moves away from the SLS system and Artemis 2. This is a moment of excitement, or look at that. That is, I believe in Houston, where Athleta is. There are crowds gathered across the country in different places, including here on hand.
And what a joyful moment of unity in a country that has been through so much in 2026 and really the last year. And I have seen everyone has kind of come out from their hole, their cubby hole here at the Kennedy Space Center in the media area. Folks, I'm looking at them huddled around a phone, listening to the live feed. I've seen our Jackie Waddles there, who is the backbone of our coverage here, and Gabe Ramirez. She's excited. She has been sequestered away, pumping out details on CNN.com. The sea of hundreds here, and that's not to mention the sea of probably thousands here in the area of the Cape, parked with their cars on the side of the road. We are now looking live at the SLS rocket. This is the most powerful rocket NASA has ever created. In just a few minutes, we are going to experience here the physical sensation of 8.8 million pounds of thrust as this 10-day voyage to the moon begins. This is not the biggest rocket ever, but it is the most powerful.
Yeah. Hey, Miles, talk to us about the Axis arm as it moves away. What are we watching? What is happening right now? Not only inside the capsule itself, but also with the system, the entire system.
Well, think about it right now, with that crew access arm away and the closeout crew gone, it's a lonely place out there. There are actually some armored personnel carriers about a mile away from the launch pad, which have people inside to get them if there was a serious problem. But if something does happen on the pad, there's a whole scenario where that arm will swing quickly back into place, and the crew has a procedure to get out of blow the hatch quickly, get out, and get onto what amounts to a bona fide slide wire, which goes up to about 55 or 60 miles an hour down there by the area where a bunker is. Katie, I don't know, I think one astronaut did it once to prove it could be done.
We do everything. We practice all of that, even climbing into the basket, except actually chopping the rope and getting. I think Charlie Bolden.
Charlie Bolden was the one astronaut who did it.
Dangerous for astronauts to do. So it's less dangerous than being on the rocket there. I mean, I think there's also so many people around here. I mean, where this launch has gathered. I mean, how many people are responsible for this rocket going to the moon? Hundreds of thousands. And they're all watching this today.
We're sort of lifted up by the team in a way.
That's true.
Right?
Well, we're now about 4.5 minutes away from launch as the clock continues to wind down to the liftoff here at Kennedy Space Center. Garrett, if you're still with us, talk to us about the intensity of what these astronauts are about to endure. You've heard Katie's description of liftoff. What was it like for you?
I love it. That's it.
Yeah, similarly, it's you know, it shakes a lot, makes a lot of noise. And the thing is that the thing that's really unusual are the G-forces. Like, you get pushed down into your seat. It feels like, people say that it feels like there's like an elephant sitting on your chest. I don't know, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but you do feel those G-forces, and those are unusual because the noise, the vibration is kind of like flying a high-performance jet. But the G-forces in a jet only last for a few seconds. And here, they go on for minutes. You have to be feeling that for 8 minutes and 6 seconds. And that's very unusual. You don't sustain it like that. And you realize that G-force you're feeling is the acceleration. G speeding up to get into orbit. And you realize after you do the calculations in your head, after a few minutes of doing that, and it's still going, you're going really fast. And it's, you go from 0 miles an hour to over 17,000 miles an hour in just about 8 minutes. And there's no other ride like that.
Yeah, we're now 3 minutes and 16 seconds away from liftoff.
We've entered into a very critical phase where essentially the rocket is going to be completely under its own power. There won't be umbilicals attached here in a moment. They're not doing the continual refueling called replenishment. That will end here in a moment. It seems that we're going to see a rocket launch today.
Katie, what's going through your mind right now?
Excitement. A little bit. It's easier to be in the rocket than especially people that you know and love. And I can't wait to see him go, and yet it's hard to watch.
So I've just heard from a producer that GLS is go. What does that mean?
Ground Launch Systems, I believe.
Yeah. See them gimbling, do you see them moving the engines there, Boris?
Yeah.
Those are the RS-25 engines. There are 4 of them on here. What they do, right before they light it up, they kind of run them through the limits of their movement, because that's how it's steered.
Stretch.
Yeah, it's a stretch. It's a little stretch to get right, limbered up for the big flight. Exactly.
What are the small flames that I'm sort of seeing off the bottom?
Well,
It's a tube and
there's a little bit of hydrogen leak no matter what you do when you have a rocket like this, and so they have sparklers there. Essentially, that's kind of probably not the technical term, but the idea is to exactly pilot light. That's
Any
what we're
residual
describing it to reduce the possibility of build up and explosion.
So less than 2 minutes left, minute 40. What are the steps that are happening right now as we get to a minute 30?
I think they're closing visors. Visors down and locked.
Putting visors down now. They've switched to internal power now. Miles, a minute 20 left.
Core power on its own. The core stage is now on its own power.
And we're just about a minute away now, Miles.
Well, and,
lift off.
We're getting to the point too where the computers are in charge. Within 30 seconds, human beings can't make the decisions quickly enough. So if anything stops or aborts at this point, it would be done by the onboard computer system of the SLS.
And we are watching the SLS system, the base of this massive, powerful rocket.
So it's gone to the autonomous sequencer now. The rocket is in charge now.
As we get to about 40 seconds, let's listen in to what will be a historic launch.
GLS, go for your left. $25. 20. 15. 10. GLS, go for 4 stage engines.
Here it goes.
Yeah, so you can see the water spraying. Wow. Do you know why they curve?
No.
If they just went straight up, it would take them twice as long to get out of the atmosphere, so they curve into because that's the way the Earth is spinning. I wonder if this is on Flight Radar.